Hi there, Selective Collective. This is Kim here to give you all a message. Tonight. Hope you're doing good. This just happens to be on the bottom, but you know how I feel about this happens to be on the bottom. The mask, roles, identity, what and who you identify with or as. Yeah. Could be shifting. Something could be shifting. Person that you are today. Different than who you are. Tell me about what this is about, the mask. Now, it could be our perspective has shifted or changed. Which might, now you can also look at the mask actually as finding a new aspect of the self that wants to be expressed and shown in some way. You're saying this is about your stability. We have 2 columns here, number 42. It is what you want it to be. Life is what you make of it, what you're wanting it to be. What do you want to express, or what kind of role? It's like, what kind of role would you want to put on, or to identify, maybe with a different, a different place of residence. Maybe something different about what you do for your job, your career, or for fun, your hobbies. Maybe those are changing, switching up. It's a lot. I'm seeing those 2 columns again with this right here on the side. Archway. And so you're about to walk through a gateway. Number 48, a portal, a gateway. This gets you to the next chapter. It's elevated from the last one. New levels, new devils. You have growth, a lot of growth with the spiral. And the spiral might be a significant sign or symbol to you. You could start seeing it, in the next few days. Let's make this reading to update the collective on the energy till the end of the month. Let's get us through the end of the month here. So there's obviously a focus on your foundation, the things that keep you stable and grounded. Okay. That's changing, improving, getting better. You're about to walk through to a new level of this. Maybe it's a financial responsibility level going up here. That could be something that's happening. I have the mystery with the pyramid number 4. And it's also master number 11. Master teacher. The pyramid. Reducing to 2-2 also. So this card is actually talking about your laser focus at this time and the ability to really intensify any kind of manifestation coming in. So your intention, when stated, and when your intention is in alignment with your feelings and everything, when you're in alignment with yourself, authentic, you have a heightened ability to create and manifest because you're consciously knowing what you're doing, what you're creating. You have the truth. You have the sword. It says conflict. I don't know why it says that. But I mean, the sword dates back into time as being if your family had a family sword, then they could defend themselves from people wanting to take their land or something like that. So it was an extension of your power. And then it was quite literally a physical extension of your arm from your hand, right? It's number 47. I had it in the reverse too, though. That's strange. Scarab in Egypt. Those are related to magic, right? Magical, I think of magical events, or somebody that has the ability to control, like, with magic. So it's number 17, which is Star Card Energy. Let's get one more. I don't like that. Well, let's do the transition one. We'll do that. And on the bottom is Lightness, which is like light as a feather. So 23. I always think of the Page of Pentacles with number 23. So I think you're going to enter this portal, this gateway, and then you're going to find that your body has a different kind of lightness to it. You have a lightness of being. It's because everything is so well aligned. Like I say, intentions, action, emotion, all of it's so aligned. Even if you're questioning or doubting yourself. Just want to add that. Because you may be conflicted about something, but it might be within yourself. Aw. Ooh. Look. The end. Something is just beginning. Yes, there's a big ending, but it doesn't end. Like, I don't know. It's a collective message, so it's saying like something definitely is you're definitely gonna have like a new beginning. Something just continues. Something goes on. Never-ending story. It's the mystery. You're gonna be in awe, maybe over every little thing. That's what this card is about. It is about somebody in a state of mind where all of the joy that you could possibly experience just staring at the rain is going to be very memorable for you. You're on a heightened awareness of, it just puts you in a different, to me, a different category in a sense. You notice things, you tune into these things that are beautiful, and you're in awe by it. So every little thing in nature, maybe in awe. And you're definitely seeing, not just seeing the light, but it's like you're opening the blinds, you're letting the light in also, right? So you have this gatekeeper. That's why I was like, wow, okay, I'm gonna read this one for you. The gatekeeper and the archway. The gatekeeper is a 6. The gatekeeper represents the moment of decision that stands between one phase of life and the other. The archetype appears when you find yourself at a threshold. Something new may be waiting beyond the gate, yet the entry requires awareness, responsibility, and readiness. And what was I saying? I was saying that there's an upping here of your financial responsibility, which is going to affect how you do everything. Because it's all connected. So it says, not every door opens simply because we wish it to. Some gates require patience, preparation, or a deeper understanding of what lies beneath them. Basically, it's like when you're ready, you're ready. The divine has a perfect plan. So don't think they're making a mistake. Wherever you're at right now, you're supposed to be. And it will lead to what you're, you know, this transition is all about, because it never ends. Never ending story, friends. So this is your readiness, your discernment, and the recognition that you're standing at an important point of transition. A new possibility may be emerging. So you may not even see it, because there may be something that's still wrapping up, right? Maybe it's resistance. I do have a heart here with a key. To me, that says there's a solution, though. If I'm being resistant to something, there's a reason, there's a problem, and the key represents this, the hole, or the key should be in, represents that there is a solution to this resistance, to letting something eclipse out of your life. So there is a key. That key is going to be a different answer for each of you. Something unlocks your heart and says it's ready. Maybe that's you that finally does it on a level where your energy, your intention, your action, all of it doesn't lie at all. It doesn't lie. Okay, so maybe you can tell us why this sword here is here. The Five of Wands in the reverse. No conflict for you that you can't navigate or handle, right? Five of Wands reverse. It's all a bunch of pettiness. It's about to all be resolved. You just keep your focus. Focus on the raindrops. Something like that. Oh, you got the Page of Pentacles. It's in the reverse. Good. Good. You're resilient. Yeah, you're resilient. Even when you've gone through things that you know you would not invest into ever again. You had to learn some sort of lesson. But that's what made you resilient too, you know. So after something had maybe even a bad start to it, there's no need to relearn a lesson. Four of Wands reverse is a change of your path. And Four of Pentacles reverse is on the bottom. So this is about you not having to learn that lesson or a particular lesson again. There's a big change of path. This can be an actual move, purchase of a house. It can represent like a divorce, where we're breaking our allegiance to somebody because we're letting go of the familiar. With the squirrel is a perfect example of the animal that wants to like hold on and let's bury this for later, right? But it's in the reverse. There's something here we're not holding on to anymore. See, I have a rare new opportunity with the unicorn being on the full or a new beginning, but to me it's like the unicorn. This is something rare. So the path, excuse me, the path is changing. Tell me more. Yeah, let's do this deck. Tell me more about the path changing for the selective collective. Opening up, opening that heart, opening the heart or opening the door, letting that light in. It started here. The change, the transition, energetically, it takes place before, you know, physically. It's wide open. See? Imagination and memory. Ooh. You know what they're telling me with this? You're having a memory that's coming to you in the form of, but it's a memory from the future. Does that make sense? You have a memory from the future because it's all connected all at once. It's coming through as imagination. So if you're open to whatever it is that you can possibly imagine to create, you can create just that. And it's kind of one of those, and then why wouldn't you? You know? So that's what I'm seeing here. And I'm seeing just you being so open for this spiritual and physical experience. Yeah, so you're remembering it. It's just, it seems like an imagination. That's why the imagination is so much more powerful than just like known facts, because this is created at this point. Now we have the moon and the sun on the bottom. Moon. Well, if you're letting, okay, if the moon is guiding you, then you're being guided with your high priestess energy. You're very tapped in, so you already know to trust your spiritual gifts and abilities. You know to listen to your intuition. You also know and sense the right timing, whether you think you do or not. Your energy and the alignment, like it speaks and it orders from the universe. So this could be about really diving into how you're feeling right now about these changes coming. And there's still something, there's this side of the moon. What is that called? Synchronous rotation, where it stays dark on that side. Something hidden, but you know it. Or is not what is hidden, but what you know that you desire not to have seen, either by yourself or others. Same, even if whatever you label it as, others, yourself, the same. Conservation, number 26, conservation and tree conservation. Maybe, you know, it is really important to look at what they're doing right now with like the Amazon. Just as seriously, apart from me to jump in here and say that they have been like over farming some areas in the rainforest, and they're tearing down places where like indigenous people still use it, and we, the world, use it. So, and yeah, they're still doing something good with the land, but they're getting rid of like people's lives as well as these trees. So yeah, conservation and tree. Pay attention to what's happening just around the world, and your opinion, your input matters. Okay, so the tree conservation. Day and night, balanced. Day and night. They're saying that transition is going to be like day and night. In fact, you may be like day and night. Remember what you're telling yourself every day to make sure that it matches with what you actually want. Try not to affirm feelings of sickness or ill anything. Try not to keep on affirming it to yourself, strengthening it. Watch what you tell yourself. Watch how you describe things. Watch how you judge, describe people and yourself. Because, like I said, one and the same. So it's all going to affect what you say is going to affect this outer world. How you're perceiving it. What are you telling yourself? Are you running on a story that maybe is changing? I think also if you can talk to yourself good throughout the day, giving yourself appreciation for the areas like things have gone good, your growth, celebrating your growth, even especially like very small goals, small milestones, they amount to big things. Okay, I'm pulling from the Knowledge of Good and Evil deck, which has a fallen angel on one side and a higher order angel to balance it out on the other side. And then there's 72 of these. This one has the Goetia number 35, Marcosius, with family conflicts. So they're saying that there's actually an influence here about that going on. So maybe that's where we're having to be focused. Have blasphemy, Barbados, and divine blessings, Cahito. Divine blessings. You have reconciliation on the bottom. Chavakia. And then light of understanding. You definitely have the light. And maybe going into a lot more understanding when you get through that doorway. Oh, shit. I don't know why that happened. Wow. Ego and hate. Wow. We seeing an explosion of people's egos right now? Maybe. And hate? Maybe. You know, when the light gets brighter, it's like that shadow gets darker. So maybe you're seeing a lot of that right now. Grandeur is on the other side, or the higher order angel. And purification. Divine blessings of purification. Just know that you're dealing with that influence of, you know, ego and hate at this time. So something's getting kind of darker. But you going towards the light, Hariel, purification. It says family conflicts and religious conflicts as far as like that other influence. Interesting. It makes sense. What about purification? Whoa. Four of Swords in the reverse. Nine of Pentacles upright. Transition. So you have that pink flamingo here with the Nine of Pentacles. Pink flamingos mean you're in transition or in between land, right? You're in between big financial gain or a windfall. I'm getting like, I'm not getting any rest even. I'm making sure, I don't know, you're making sure you're assuring that your efforts are going to pay off, especially financially, and I think that they are. You're in the middle of it, and that can feel like big energy to deal with. The Four Swords reverse, something you don't want to think about, because you want to think here about financial independence, a big windfall of success, enough for you to, live off of. Then there's a black cat, which represents, magic, the universe, and the Eight of Pentacles. Wow. Put in your effort. Let's see the beaver here, the busy beaver, putting in the effort, like not stopping till the job's done. Ace of Swords. You have another sword on the bottom there. The Black Swan. The universe, a new chapter, a new storyline, or a new story, as we started off with seeing the mask. So this is the new storyline. Let's get an angel number and close out this reading. If you need a private reading, the information is in the description box below. It is similar to this. You get a private video link, and that information's down below, as well as prices, I believe. And thank you. Angel number 29. And 1212, which is about staying focused here on the most positive outcome, to staying focused on that. So being optimistic throughout your journey. Your angels are behind you as you turn your dreams into reality. I am focused. And 29 is saying that you're highly intuitive and creative. Your mind thinking in pictures, drawing information and ideas from out of the sky. A powerful drive to know the oneness of all things. I am insightful. And that's what I've got for you all. Sending you love and light. Bye.